you knew that fighting for Nigeria could cost you your life, would you still fight? Kudirat Abiola's answer was yes. Let's rewind a bit. On June 12, 1993, Nigerians voted in a presidential election for the first time in 10 years, hoping to transition from military to civilian rule. MKO Abiola was on the verge of becoming president, but the regime of General Ibrahim Babangida stopped the counting of votes and annulled the election. That moment threw Nigeria into political chaos and changed its future forever. As protests intensified for Babangida to reverse his decision, he stepped down in August and installed an interim government. By November, General Sani Abacha overthrew the government and seized power in a military coup. In 1994, with hope slipping away, MKO Abiola declared himself president in a national address. That's when everything really started falling apart. The Abacha regime responded by arresting and detaining him without trial. Most of his allies were silenced or went into hiding, but not his wife, Kudirat. She stepped into the spotlight as one of the leading figures in Nigeria's struggle for civilian rule in the 1990s. Kudirat worked closely with NADECO, the main pro-democracy group at the time, and lobbied foreign diplomats and the press to draw global attention to Nigeria's political crisis. Abacha's regime was notorious for harassment, detention, and assassination of political opponents. Kudirat's resistance was a dangerous choice, but she knew what she signed up for. In an early interview in 1996, she said, "I gave my word that come rain, come sun, I am going to support MKO, even if it is going to take my life." On June 4th, 1996, just a week before the 3rd anniversary of the annulled 1993 election, gunmen ambushed Kudirat's car in Lagos. She was shot through the window and killed instantly. Her brutal murder was meant to scare Nigerians into silence. Instead, it became a rallying point of resistance for the rest of the Abacha years. No one was held responsible for the assassination until 2012. When Abacha's former chief security officer, Hamza Al-Mustafa, and Kudirat's personal assistant, Lateef Shofolahun, were convicted and sentenced to death. But a year later, both men were released after a court of appeal judgment overturned the verdict. Kudirat didn't live to see the fall of Abacha's military regime or her husband's sudden death in 1998 or the return of the democracy she fought for in 1999. But her legacy is clear. She stood against dictatorship when it came with serious consequences. Kudirat fought for a better Nigeria and paid with her life. But is it ever worth it? Would you pay that price for Nigeria?